in the county hurdle, a race in which novices have a good record in.
Okay, and if there was one thing, lads, from Cheltenham in itself, Leon, one thing that you're looking forward to, you know, the race that stands out to you, the one that you could not miss.
Look, it has to be the Gold Cup because it's the blue ribbon, it's the big race, but this year's Champion Chase has fallen off the wayside the last kind of 2 or 3 years. Altior has just been there and he's picked them up, but in this year he's got 2 proper challengers in Defi Desoy and Chacun Poursois, and I just think this Chacun Poursois, I remember having a chat with Robbie after he won on him last year at Punchestown, and he said he never really got a feel like that off a horse. He just thought he was electric, and that has stuck with me. So I think he could be the one to lower Altior.
Robbie, it's different when you're in it, but is there something within Cheltenham that you're most looking forward to?
A winner.
Yeah.
As I said before, a lot of people, bubbles are bursting in Cheltenham, they come home very disappointed, go over with high hopes. I'm old enough now, I don't build myself up too much for it. You prepare for it, you get excited about it, but keep it all under control, because so much can happen in a horse race, you know. And I think, agree with Leon, the Champion Chase looks a fantastic race. The Gold Cup, it has 3 contenders. The Gold Cup has 7 contenders. You know, there's 7 horses you can make a huge case for in the Gold Cup. 7 horses 10-1 or less. You know, that's an unbelievably competitive race. It'll probably be the most competitive betting heat of the week, will it?
Yeah, it will be with them. Yeah. It'll be that, and then the Champion Chase.
And the Champion Chase will follow. But I also think the first race, the first day, it gets up and running. You know, cantering down to the start. When you're walking down the start, you can hear the crowd. And it's the only time I know in horse racing when you jump off that you can hear, apart from the BoyleSports Irish Grand National, because you start beside the stands. Yeah. But you're way off. You're 6 furlongs down in Cheltenham, down at the start for the 2-mile first race. And as soon as you jump off, you can hear the roar go up from the stands. It's an unbelievable feeling. So it's going to be a fantastic week.
Yeah, and Donna's just asked Robbie, because this year, Robbie, it must be great for you to have all these young novice hurdlers at the moment with Tizard that, even if they don't win at Cheltenham, listen, obviously you want them to win, but if they don't win at Cheltenham,
at least one of them to win.
Yeah. But like, if they don't win, you're looking at them as what they're going to be in the future. It must give you, I mean, it has to give you a massive buzz looking at these young horses and what they could be, hopefully, in time.
Yeah, of course it is, and they're all young horses, but you still want them to run well in Cheltenham. You know, if they don't win and they finish 2nd or 3rd, okay, you'll be a bit disappointed coming home that evening or that there. But when you sit back and reflect on the season, and you're sitting in June or July when it's quiet, you're looking back at what you rode during the winter, and you're saying, I have a nice bunch of novice chasers to ride next season. But this is horse racing. This is the moment. We're talking in the moment, and in the moment, you want these horses to win. They're the best we have at the moment. They're very young, and 1 or 2 of them probably going to lack a bit of experience, but hopefully we can get 1 or 2 on the board.
Yeah, it's amazing you say it, and you mentioned the roar. I'll never forget the roar. We went 3 years ago now, and with Worcester as a team bonding event down to Cheltenham, and I heard that roar as I was trying to get one of my teammates into the car because they'd been boozing since breakfast. So an enjoyable time for people all round, but I was there, I didn't see one race and I missed it over this clown, so hopefully everyone here gets to see the races and enjoys it.
There's always one, isn't there?
There's always one.
And Dunners, before he goes, give us your best ride of the week and give us the horse that you would most like to ride but you won't be riding.
Ooh.
My best is, I'm hoping Lost in Translation. You know, I have huge faith in that horse. I think he's got huge potential. A lot of people have forgotten about him for his King George run, but I forgive him. I sat in him last week. He feels as good as ever. He looks fantastic, and he's going to go well fresh. You know, I just have a lot of faith in him, and I hope he's my best of the week. If I come out of Cheltenham with 1 winner and it's the Gold Cup, happy days. I'd be happy. You know. If I had a choice of 1 horse to ride that I won't be riding, it's probably because I've ridden him before and I got such a feel off him. I'd love to have another go on Chacun Poursois. I was just so impressed by him in Punchestown last year, and I think he's got unbelievable potential, and I'd love to have another go on him. Yeah.
Okay, guys, because you're important to BoyleSports, because we're offline and we want to make this a little bit special, we might take a few questions from the floor. Maybe we limit them to kind of 3, but if there's 3 questions, don't be afraid to...
Who's going to win? It's in Ireland and England. How many winners are we going to have? Who's going to be the leading trainer and the leading jockey?
Okay, so the question is, who's going to win between Ireland and England? Who's going to be the leading trainer and jockey? And the lads are bamboozled. Fair play to you.
I think Ireland will win. I think it'll be a toss-up between Willie Mullins and Gordon Elliott for leading trainer. I'll probably side just with my neighbour, Gordon Elliott. Leading jockey is a good one this year.
I think we might have the first female leading jockey.
Rachel has
I think Rachel's got a great chance because she's going to pick up a lot of spare rides when she's over there.
She's not, because she's got rides in most races as it is.
Yeah, but with the handicaps, she got a lot.
Rachel is full up now. Most races. She's got a busy book of rides, and she's got a few short price favourites as well. Most of which we said wouldn't win this evening, but anyway, she's got a great book of rides, and she could well be the first female jockey to be leading jockey.
Yeah, that would be fantastic. Yeah, it's a bit like Take Me Out, so you have to say your name and where you're from. And then we all flick off the lights and we get out.
No, because it'll make it harder for me. And I agree with you. I think if look here, this is Cheltenham's fault. The Mayor's Hurdle in Cheltenham should not be a Grade 1 race, it should be a Grade 2. If it was a Grade 2, Benny the Do would be going for the Stayers Hurdle or the Champion Hurdle, and Epitant or Honeysuckle would be going for the Champion Hurdle. So Cheltenham need to rectify that problem themselves. They made it a Grade 1 because of Quavega, but Quavega shouldn't have been going in that race anyway. She should have been running the Stayers Hurdle. She was that class. And the good mares nowadays are of that class that it should be a Grade 2 race, and therefore I think Willie's mare, Stormy Ireland, who's a genuinely good Grade 2 mare, will be favoured for the Mayor's Hurdle, and deservedly so, because that's her level. But Honeysuckle and Benny the Do are going to take... Now, they're going to make a great spectacle for the Mayor's Hurdle because they're two very good mares. But I think Cheltenham need to make it a Grade 2 race. It's Cheltenham's fault, not the trainers or the owners' fault. They're going for the race, they have the best chance of winning.
Okay, and one last one there, guys, if there's one from the floor.
Look, just the Champion Hurdle again, it's a very open contest this year. You train top five and bet won't be running in it. But I mean, all the talk, I think yourself and Super Sunday's the largest prize one that's been mentioned. When you get down the card, I mean, there's a lot of them there. Say Silver Streak, for example, is placed in the race. You have Bobby Andy had a decent enough run over Christmas. Whether that grade would be good enough, but if you had to pick one of the price in that race, who would you go with?
I think if I was going for one at a big price, I would probably go with either Ballyandy or Petit Mouchoir. The only thing you look for in a race like the Champion Hurdle, when you're looking at a bigger price horse, you're looking for something that's going to be ridden to be placed. And I'm not sure that will happen with Petit Mouchoir. Maybe Ballyandy. I'm not sure that'll happen with Ballyandy either, but you're always looking for something at a bigger price that's going to be ridden to be placed because they're not under pressure early on. Petit Mouchoir is going to jump out and go. There's going to be 2 or 3 more to go with him, you know. Because it doesn't look a vintage renewal, it's going to be fastly run, that I can guarantee you. So it's going to turn into a stamina test.
I think Course Sublime will be ridden to be placed. And if they've had a little thing done, it's not his wind, I think they've done his pallet. So
Same thing.
Same thing, is it?
Same thing, yeah.
He was very good at Down Royal on his first run. And you must remember he finished second in the Triumph behind Penton Hills. Penton Hills is 9-2 and he's 14s. I'd still be rather on Course Sublime.
Robbie, why did it take you so long
Oh.
to run Super Sunday in the Champion Hurdle? I think they say a couple of years ago he won Norris Champion Hurdle.
Yeah, he did, yeah. He won an Irish Champion Hurdle en route to the Stayers Hurdle. He went to the Stayers Hurdle that year and finished second to Penn Hill. That was in 2018. Last year, we tied with the idea, but he'd been second in the Stayers the year before. Bouvardere was around, and Bouvardere was... and we should have run the Champion Hurdle last year, you're right. He wouldn't have won it. He'd have been second. But we thought he could win the Stayers Hurdle last year, and the ground got soft. He didn't get home. But, yeah, you're right. We should have ran him in the Champion Hurdle last year.
There's no such a thing as a bad Champion Hurdle.
No, you're right. When you win it, there's not. Yeah, go. But it's a very competitive race. Yeah, and his form at Grade 1 level of being in the first three is unbelievably consistent. Only twice in 17 runs he's been out of the first three.
I see where this is going, lads. It involves that bar and a good chat for the rest of the evening. So, guys, can I thank you all very much for coming along? Can I make a massive thank you to Leon Blanche from BoyleSports, who's always incredibly supportive of us on Game On and put on a great night. Thanks so much, Leon. I think we'd all like to thank Robbie Power and wish him all the best in Cheltenham. We'll be so proud when you tog out, Robbie. The very best. Go well, stay safe, and we're all shouting for you. Thanks so much. It's been a great night. Again, thanks to everyone in Byte here for putting on a great event. And we'll be back tomorrow night, 6 to 8 on Game On. If you could tune in, we'd appreciate it. Thanks very much. God bless.